Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the CAT Next Gen Mini Excavator presentation. Presenting today will be Justin Wills. Welcome, Justin.
Thanks, Kevin. This is Justin Wills, the Merchandising and Finance Manager here at the Quinn Company, based out of City of Industry. Just want to first off thank all of you for joining the call this morning to go over some of the new features on the CAT Next Gen Mini Excavators. So to get started this morning, we're going to touch on the next generation excavators by Caterpillar. So we are looking at the 1 to 10 ton size class. So there are specific models in there that are currently next gen and some that are not. So we're going to focus on the ones that have made that transition over to the next generation and go through some of the industry first features that they are offering, which you see there below, including things like stick steer, cruise control, the next gen monitor, operator settings, the sealed and pressurized cab, as well as the high flow on the 309 CR. With thought in mind on lower total ownership costs, and then the great class leading performance that you expect from all of your Caterpillar products. So we're going to dive a little more in depth in that, but a baseline, that is what we're going to be covering over the next 20 or so minutes. So to start with why the next generation mini excavators came about, a lot of it came about because they were designed based on customer feedback. So this was our customers letting Caterpillar know what they wanted to see in, the next iteration, or what would make, their lives easier on the job site from a performance standpoint, from a safety standpoint. So you've got your customer-focused design. We're focusing on value-added options and providing affordability while adding these additional features, providing the performance and, again, that class-leading digging, lifting, and multifunction capabilities that you expect. An experience that is comfortable and ease of use is at top of mind for owners and operators, as well as technicians, with the serviceability and making service easier, whether it is access to certain parts of the machine or we're talking about commonality in parts across the line from the 1 ton to the 2 ton, as well as the 6 to the 10 ton machines. So first thing we would want to talk about is the common layout and features throughout the models of next gen excavators. So what you can see here is, from a under 2 ton machine on the left, the 301.8, up to a 309. You can see the commonality in the gauge clusters, where the joysticks are. So an operator who's utilizing a 309 or a 310 can hop into a smaller machine, say a 301.7, and feel comfortable with where everything is located, and be able to jump right in and basically use the machine with the same functions as far as tracking, boom and stick, and setting your pressures and flows and all of that. So again, commonality across the line to help with ease of use for multiple operators or for single operators jumping into multiple machines. The next gen monitor display, again, is a new feature that we're adding to the next gen mini excavators. And so the thing that is key about this is it's bringing a lot of functions into one area. So again, ease of use, whether we're talking about your Bluetooth connection for your phone, setting the radio station, adjusting your work tools, your pressures, your flows, everything brought into one place, indicator lights, your fuel gauge, your temperature gauges. And so it's all meant for ease of use and knowing that you can go to one place, to set your machine up to your liking, as well as getting your notifications that you see on a regular basis, should you need that. So front of mind and front of cab as well. So for easy visibility for those operators in the cab. Now, on the image on the right, you're going to see what is the advanced display for the next gen monitors. And this is available on the 6 to 10 ton machines. So your 306 to your 310. And what this is offering is an 8-inch LCD screen, which also has touch screen capability. So again, things that as you know the industry starts to develop, our customers you are getting more comfortable with. So touchscreen LCD, as well as you can see there, a camera that's built in, so you have additional visibility around the machine for your clearance, as well as to have visibility of other people on the job site. So again, another key safety feature there that is available as an option on your 6 to 10 ton excavators. So moving on to the next feature we want to touch on is, it's actually two features kind of in one. So the new stick steer control is what allows us to offer the cruise control feature. So with stick steer, what we're basically talking about is bringing our skid steer and compact track loader controls into a mini excavator. So with this image, you can see on the left-hand side, you see your traditional pedals and levers, which I'll remind you, they're still available for those operators who still feel most comfortable, utilizing those foot and hand pedals and levers to operate and track the machine. That is still there. But providing an additional option with stick steer, so you can see the image on the right, you can basically operate the machine using a left hand and a right hand joystick only. So better for operator efficiency and fatigue. So it's a little more comfortable sitting there back in the seat. And so what you can do is, traditionally with the pedals and levers, you're tracking the machine with your feet and your fingertips in one hand and operating either the blade or your implements in your right hand. Now with stick steer, you can stay back in the seat and you track with the left hand joystick, and your right hand joystick goes to either your implements or it can be set as your blade. So again, a little bit of commonality and transition, where if you have an operator who is used to running a skid steer or a CTL and you want to transition them into an excavator, the next gen features will allow them to transition and get a little more comfortable with those controls while they're in that excavator. So again, you'll most likely use the stick steer. You can use the stick steer, in any function that you would currently with the traditional pedals and levers. So moving on to the cruise control. Now in this image, you see Gary with his hands off of the controls. And this is a video, and I recommend a few of these images that I have are from videos that are available on the CAT channel on YouTube. If you simply go there, you can view those. But he's got his hands up and they're not on the joysticks. But in this video, the machine is actually tracking while he has his hands up. And that is the cruise control feature that is now available on the minis and micros. So with the simple click of a button in the left-hand joystick while you're moving, you can kick that machine into cruise control. And as you can see with your hands up, the machine will continue to track at the speed that you have, but it will still allow you to steer the machine. So with that left-hand joystick, you're able to shift it left to right to change direction on the machine. And then with the simple flick of that, a little more aggressive flick of that left-hand joystick, you're able to pull that machine out of cruise control and bring it to a stop. The usage that we'll see mostly with cruise control is going to be tracking the machine across a larger job site, or if you're in a load and carry type of craning function, to be able to lift that piece, set your machine into cruise control and move along. Another opportunity that we've seen customers take advantage of is road work and maintaining sides of roads. So if you have, say, a cutter or a mulching head on there, and you set the machine along the side of the road, and you turn it and you've got your work tool set and you're running that, and you got the machine going in cruise control, you're able to run it along, say, the side of a road while working off to the side, and then again give you the access and ability to pay a little more attention to your surroundings while those functions are running on their own. So some unique opportunities there with cruise control. again, brought to us because we're able to offer stick steer on all of the next gen mini excavators. So just to touch on it, again, I mentioned not all of the models that we currently have in the micro and mini excavator line are next generation. So what we are talking about when we're talking about next generation are the 301.5 to the 302. And then we're talking about the 306 CR here on the right, up to the 310. So those are the models that are currently available with next gen features. Our core 2.5 to 5.5 ton are still in that E2 series. But what I don't want to miss out on is an opportunity to talk about our 300.9. It is not a next gen model, but I do want to touch on it as well as for its maneuverability and its ability to get indoors through narrow spaces, as well as to track right into the back of a pickup truck. So, of course, for a little bit of lighter duty work, but some certain opportunities that it provides there, as far as if you look at that 300.9D VPS option, where you could actually take that machine indoors as a non-emissions machine and utilize that for any digging or light braking if you had, say, a hammer on it. So just wanted to touch on that. Again, not a next gen, but just want to keep that in visibility that that is something that we offer. But back to the next gen. So again, we're talking 301.5 to the 302, and I'm going to touch more on the 301.7 CR and the 302 CR. You see the identifier of the CR, meaning compact radius, and these are two of the more popular machines that we have because of that compact radius. You know, here in California and everywhere now, space maneuverability is a very big factor that we need to deal with to be able to get into backyards, along the sides of homes, and other places. So that compact radius option, those are the two more popular. And I want to highlight that the 302 CR is available in a cab air conditioning option. So canopy standard, but cab AC is available. And this is the first machine in this size class that is available with cab and air conditioning. So opportunity there. When we talked about total cost of ownership, ease of maintenance, and some other features on those micros, again, they all come with a tilt-up cab. So the 301.5 to the 302, as you can see on the left, have that tilt-up cab. For ease of access, you can see you've got access to a lot of your panels there, anything that you need to maintain the machine with ease of use. Also, the retractable tracks on all of these that can be either pulled in or pushed out from the cab of the machine while you're in it. So again, access. And then the compact radius function, again, just for size and access to tight spots as well. So a few more features that allow for ease of use and better operation. Now, getting into the larger machines here, so the 6 to 10 ton also next generation with those common features, with a common cab, the stick steer, cruise control, and the advanced display monitors. So we got 3 new models here. We have a 306 CR, which is a true 6-ton machine. So it is a step above our current 305.5 E2 machine. Again, available in a compact radius. 307.5 is a little more of a utility machine. It's got a fixed boom and a standard tail swing. So it does have some swing over the tracks as you rotate the machine. Now, on the 308 CR, we're looking at the added next-gen features, but our workhorse model has just gotten better. The 309 CR is built off of the 308, so what it brings is a high flow function. So as you can see in the image, if you're working with a work tool that requires high flow, the 309 is probably going to be where you need to be sitting depending on what you're using if you're in that 8 to 10 ton size class. so that you're going to see a similar size and weight, a little bigger than the 308, but it's going to have that dedicated hydraulic pump that's going to allow you to run your high flow work tools at optimum speed and performance. And then the 310, another new model, again, beefier machine, 10,000 pound lifting capacity. Fixed. This one will have a fixed boom, and again, that standard tail, as it does not have that CR identifier. But just to touch on the undercarriage on the 309 and 310, you can get those in a long undercarriage to provide a little additional stability there on those machines. You can see the 310, a lot of use that it can get is simply for craning. And in that situation where it is lifting that heavy piece, again, that is where potentially stick steer or cruise control could come into play, depending on how far you had to move that piece. And so again, back to safety. These machines, again, were built off of customer feedback with reliability, performance, value-added options, and safety in mind. So you have a security passcode to only allow certain users to use the machine, a high-vis seatbelt to know whether you're on another side of the job site, to be able to see if your operators are belted in. For communication around the job site with your individuals that are not in the machine, auto engine idle and sliding windows to communicate. Bluetooth phone capability, so your operators or you can be operating hands-free from the phone. And then some things for your surroundings, your courtesy lighting, if you're working at night, your integrated camera on the larger models to be able to see around the machine and individuals on the job site. The dual lock coupler to ensure security on those work tools. Stick steer and cruise control, again, to help with operator fatigue, make it a little more comfortable and easier for them to operate, along with that sealed and pressurized cab with air conditioning, again, from that 301.8, 302 size machine up to the 310. Staying in control with your operator settings, everything at the touch of your fingertips, your certified lifting eye, and then being maintenance friendly to be able to easily take care of your machine from ground level with guarding on fans. And then again, commonality throughout the cabs and the machines allows for commonality of wear parts and other things, so that again, your costs are lowered and availability is better as we're able to streamline that process. So again, things that we're focusing on, again, safety always at top of mind. So some additional features there to add to that. So to recap, we touched on the next gen mini excavators. So again, we're talking about that 301.5 to the 310, and we've got some new features with stick steer and cruise control, the next gen monitor plus the advanced display monitor. We've got some cab commonality throughout the product line with a focus on driving performance as well as safety. If you have any questions or are just looking for any additional information, again, I recommend you visit our website, www.quinncompany.com. We have information on our machines, on our company. You can view this webinar as well as previous webinars that we have online. And if you don't have an assigned sales rep, you're able to locate one based on where you are located. So we have that function as well. So if you have the opportunity, I suggest you visit the website for some additional information, as well as I mentioned before, if you visit YouTube and check out the Caterpillar channel, you'll see some good, useful videos as well that will just elaborate on kind of what we've talked about this morning. And then again, thank you for joining. You'll receive the survey instructions via the email that you use to register for the webinar. Otherwise, you can feel free to send an email to the web address here, trainingwebinars@quinngroup.net, and we can follow up individually with you as well with that response.